welcome to my beauty channel. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. And you're probably here because you ordered makeup from me, and now you're wondering, what do I do with this? How do I use it? How do I use cream makeup? You know, how do you apply it? What are these little things that I got in the mail? What are they? How do I use them? That's what this video is for. So more than likely you got a palette that kind of either looks like this, or maybe you picked a different color that might look like this. Let's see if I can get it to focus. And this would be a starter palette. Looks like this on the inside, and it has room for 4 shades. So four of these little tins would go inside just like that. And in the basic kit you would get 4 colors, probably a main highlight, a brightening highlight, a contour, and a lip and cheek. That's pretty much all you need to get started. And of course there's other things that you can add to your kit and build it. You can also build your palette and make it, order a bigger one, kind of like this. This was my first one that I started with, and this one is a 2-layer one. Looks like that. First layer, second layer. Of course I'm not using this anymore, but it could look like this. And the colors that arrive are gonna look like this. They're little tins. Let's see if I can show both at the same time. They're little tins. Come on, focus. There we go. They look like this. And what you do is you take, there you go. They look like that. Very beautiful. And all you have to do is you slide it out, and that is the color. This one is a lip and cheek, and it's called Pink Grapefruit. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful color that I love very much. So you slide those out just like that, and you put it into your palette. So the palettes are magnetic and the tins are also magnetic. So all you do is just pop it in there, slide it over just like that. And so you build your palette and you put all the colors in there. So like I said, you're gonna have your main highlight, your brightening highlight, your contour, and your lip and cheek. So I'm not gonna put all of those in here, but in your kit, that's probably what you're going to get. So I'm gonna put that away for now. And more than likely, this is the brush that came with your kit. Let's see if we can get that to focus. As you can see, this is my brush, one of the many ones that I got. I have to say, I have bought brushes in the past before. I've bought many kits. I've had MAC brushes, Morphe brushes. I've had some other super ridiculously expensive set that I got, and none of them blend like these guys. I mean, I have just bought all these brushes a few months ago, and they really know what they're doing. These guys really do know what they're doing. I mean, the blending is just amazing. They are specifically designed to work on your face, to deliver the type of coverage that you want, to do the sculpting that you want, to do the blending of the contour, even the eyeshadow brush. Like, I've had tons of eyeshadow brushes. Here, literally, all I need is one. Like, just one brush. It does the job for me. I don't have to have a whole jar of brushes just to get the look that I want to get, and you will see as we continue with this. But more than likely, this is the brush that you got. I believe this is the 3D brush by Seint, and it's awesome. It's super duper awesome. Okay, so you got your 4 colors. Now what do we do? So let's do our makeup together. I'm gonna take off my glasses, and I won't be able to see very well, but I'll do my best. Usually, like, I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far, but I can see near. So I just like have my, you know, have my mirror pretty close, and I can see everything. So that's what I'll be doing today probably, or that's what you'll be seeing me do. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my palette. This is what my palette looks like right now. It is a bigger version of this guy that you saw earlier, except for, let's see if you can see it. Okay, except for it is 3-layered, and those are all my colors that I use because I self tan, I regular tan, I don't tan. I mean, it just changes all the time. Sometimes I want a different look, sometimes I want a brighter look. It just all depends. So these are the colors that I'm currently using. In the second layer, we have all my lip and cheeks. This is Honey, my illuminator, which is equivalent to a highlight color, and this is also an illuminator. And right now, because it's summertime, I'm really loving the Honey. It's just, it's beautiful. And on the third level is some eyeshadows that I am playing with right now, although I have more in the back. But these are the main colors that I've been using this past month. And this is the setting powder, the Vanilla Dust setting powder, which I use pretty much like anywhere where my glasses goes, around my nose, over here, and anywhere where I tend to sweat a lot. It sets it and just nothing moves. I mean, everything stays perfectly, despite the fact that my glasses are sliding up and down my nose because it's hot. Everything still stays. Okay, so I will be doing a very basic look today with my 3D brush, which is probably the brush that you got, and we're just gonna take it away. So I'm gonna take off my glasses and I'm just gonna turn a little bit. The first thing that I like to do is contour, so I'm gonna use this end of the brush and I'm just going to kind of, let's see if I can show it. I'm just gonna remove that hair. I'm just gonna go like that. So that's what I do, and it depends on the room temperature as well. If it's like extremely hot in here, then I won't need to tap it that much, but because we have the AC on, the cream colors solidify a little bit and it would be just a little bit harder. See, it's a little harder to get it on, so I'm just gonna like tap it really well. And you start pretty much by putting it on your hairline. And this is my contour color. And do not be afraid by any means by putting more. And my hair is in the way, so I'm gonna just redo this. Get all these little flyaways out of the way. You can also use your fingers, just like that, and just rub those babies on there. Which actually I like to do because I feel like I pick up more product because it's cold in here. So we can do one side with a brush and one side with just finger and see how that goes. So as you can see, it looks crazy, right? Like, but just stick with me. It's gonna be awesome. And the other side, the other area would be your cheek. You just start from the top of your ear and just go right to the middle, right there, kind of like where your eye starts. You're gonna do like that. And then the other side, I'm gonna do with my brush. So you definitely want to drag from the top down. As you can see, it does apply differently, but it blends out pretty much the same. I always apply contour to my neck and my chin, like that. I look crazy. I know. Okay, next thing that we're gonna do is, I won't be doing any color correcting today, but I do have redness on my face, as you can see. We're gonna leave that for another video because this is the very, very basic bare minimum video. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brightening highlight, which I will be applying here, 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 on my nose, above my lip, and here. Oops, I forgot one thing, which is to contour my nose. This is something that a lot of people are afraid of, and I would say this brush is too thick for that. I usually use the other end of my eyeshadow brush for that, which is this one, but you probably don't have that one in the beginning, so you can use your finger. So you just draw a line along both sides of your nose. Boom. 1 and 2. So what's the purpose of contouring your nose? I mean, you probably might be wondering, like, why do people even do this? Well, as you can see, the shadows and the way that the dimension is created when you contour your face, your nose ends up being very, like, more symmetrical, more dimensional, and ultimately more beautiful. So we're just gonna go boop, 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 boop. And then we're gonna do the brightening highlight. So I'm gonna use my brush again. I'm gonna go right into that. And I'm just gonna go the inner part of my eye right there. Right here. Boom, boom. The outside part of my eye. I know it looks crazy, but it's gonna be great. I'm gonna go right here, boom. Again, this is a very light look that I'm going for today, but it is full coverage, and all of these are fully, highly pigmented, so you really don't need as much as you might think you need. I mean, before I used to like do like 3-4 layers of different types of makeup and just layer it all on, and then my face feels like it's not breathing, like it's like cakey, and like even when I smile I could feel like it cracking or something. Not with cream makeup. It's truly, truly wonderful and amazing. So we're gonna go boop 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 and along my nose, boop boop boop. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my main shade, which is called Candlelit. It's right here. It's this baby. I'm gonna go just like that, and I'm gonna pretty much fill in everywhere else. Here along my jawline, sometimes I like to go with the brightening highlight, the one that I just used under my eyes, because I really like the distinction. You'll see how it blends out. So I'm gonna do that here, just like that. And then along that, in addition to that, I'm gonna still add my all over highlight. It's crazy hairs. So I'm just gonna tap it on all over there. Definitely all over my cheeks. Just kind of like that. As you can see, I'm not really like filling in every single empty space that doesn't have makeup. It is kind of like paint by numbers, but it's not. The theory behind this is you are applying the colors that need to go in the areas that they need to go, but they're all applied in one layer. So there's no like stacking, there's no building. It's just all gonna blend and all be one layer. So that's like the beauty of it, and that's why it ends up breathing and moving with your face and not cracking and just lasting all day, because it's just blended perfectly and it's all one layer. Okay, so I put that there. I'm gonna put just a little bit here, a little bit here. And you can also add the lip and cheek at this point, but I usually don't. I usually do that last. So now with that same brush, you're just gonna flip that baby around. I hope you can see it. Let's see. Can you see that? This is the other end of the brush. This is the one where we just applied makeup. This is the other end. I can't tell if it's clear because I can't see. So now we're just gonna go ahead and blend all of that out. And I usually start with blending my contour area first, and then I go into the brighter color, and then everything else just kind of flows. But some people like to do the brightest color first, so that would be the under eyes all over here, here, and then the contours. So I guess it just really depends on the person. So actually I'm gonna do the brighter color first today, because I'm gonna do the opposite just to see if it makes a difference or not. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I usually do the contour first. So for this video, we're gonna do a little experiment and see how that works out. So what I'll do is I will blend my under eyes first. And for the under eyes, you don't really want to drag too much, although you can a little bit, but basically I'll just be doing a little tapping motion to blend it all out, just like that. You see how well that blends? I mean, I really hope that the lighting's well enough and that you can see it. I think I'm gonna turn off this light. Okay, I hope it's visible. Maybe I can move it. Okay. So I'm just tapping. It's kind of like a tap and drag. Okay, do you guys see that? Do you see how like it looks airbrushed? I mean, it's like, it's just quite perfect in every way. On the forehead, I don't mind dragging a little bit, but the best technique is really to just kind of do quick taps. And I'm gonna, here I do drag, just kind of back and forth, here. I mean, do you guys see how beautiful that is? Like, it just blends so perfectly. I look less crazy now, right? Okay, we're gonna keep going. Keep it going. I'm gonna go here to my all over shade, blend that out. You see how it's starting to come together? I mean, it's like, it's just so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the contour. And on my jawline, you just blend it down. Just like that. So that part's done, and that's like the awesome thing about it, is it just blends so well and looks so natural. Okay, now I'm gonna do this part, and you blend it into your hairline, just like that. Just upward strokes, like so. And of course my hair is getting stuck all in it. You could do like a back and forth motion, whatever you're comfortable with, but I really like to just go into my hair like that. Now we're gonna do short upward strokes for the contour of the cheeks, and you're kind of doing a circular motion. So in essence, your contour is gonna be like the number 3, like that. Boom, boom. So we're just gonna blend that up. And if you need to drag it, if you feel like that's a better application, always drag up, not down. And if you feel like you overdid it, you can always blend it out more. And you can always add some of your brightening color to just even it out. Okay, let's do the other side. Look at that, guys. Perfect blending. And then there's my nose. So I have a huge pimple here, and I'm not going to talk about how to cover that in this video because probably that's not what's gonna happen to you, and you don't need to know that for this video. So we're just gonna do what we regularly do. So for your nose, you just go up and down and just blend it all out lightly. Like that. I would like to add a little more of the brightening highlight here. Blend that out like that. And now, as you can see, it's fully blended. It's looking really great. Now I'm going to apply my lip and cheek colors. And so I really like peachy colors and pinks and like all the really girly stuff, but today I'm going to use a different color, which is called, let's see, it's called Nude. It's this color right here. I'm gonna show it to you guys. That one right there. So it looks dark, right? And it doesn't look really bright and peachy, but it's a beautiful color. So we're gonna use this end of the brush, of the 3D brush, and you're just gonna lightly tap it. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of like that. Not too much. Remember, they're super pigmented. So just gonna smile and tap it around in tiny little circles. You see that? Don't be afraid of that. That's totally okay. I'm gonna tap that around here as well. And now, just gonna blend it all out. Look how well that blends. I mean, it's like, I don't know, I'm still amazed by this makeup. So that is it. This is where you would stop. But if you did get a bigger palette, or maybe if you wanna build your palette and you wanna add more things to it, then you would keep going. At this point, you can add bronzer, which I will do right now. Of course, you would probably want to add the Vanilla Dust setting powder, and eyeshadow and highlight. I mean, eyeshadow and eyebrows, of course, right? So I'm going to now transition to a different brush. I'm going to use my bronzer and blush brush. Let's see. This brush. Bronzer and blush brush. Okay, so this is the end. This is the end that you would use for the bronzer, and this is for the blush. And what I'm going to do is apply some bronzer, and the color that I will be using today is, let's see, it's Bella. So that's this color right here. So I'm gonna use my bronzer end. I'm just gonna tap lightly. And I will tap that around my hairline. You see how it's like very, very light, very minimal? You can always do darker, of course. But it just provides such a beautiful, nice, sun-kissed summer glow. So I'll be adding that there. A little bit more here. A little more here. Just kind of blend it out. And this brush is so perfect for that. I mean, it really is a bronzer brush. It does what it says. I hope you guys can see that. And then I will be using the, I believe this is the details brush. This is what it looks like. I will be using this end of the brush to set my colors. So all in my under eyes, like that. This is the Vanilla Dust powder. Up and down my nose. And definitely in all my sweaty areas. And I just kind of dab it on. Not too much. Then after that, I will be adding the Honey Illuminator, which is the highlight, and I'm just gonna use my finger for that. Just gonna swipe it across and just boom, boom, boom. I hope you guys can see that. I'm using now the camera as my mirror, and I'm just highlighting the cheekbones, the nose, ever so slightly, the top of my lips, a little bit here. I hope you guys can see that. It's so pretty. Okay, and now I'll be doing my brows. And I'm just gonna use my, believe it or not, contour color. I'm not using the Seint brush for this. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I hope you can see that. It is the number 12, and I'm using this end of it. And I'm going to just go into my contour color just like that. Gonna brush out my brow, remove the hair that's stuck in my eye. Oh, it's still stuck. And just go ahead and start filling it in. Usually when I'm filling in my brows, I never start right on the inner corner because it'll be too blunt of a color, like it'll just be like boom. So I always like to start right here and then just kind of flip outwards and then just slowly fill it in, going from there like that. Remember, you guys, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. They do not need to be exactly the same, and my eyebrows are by no means equal. So I just go according to their natural shape, whatever that might be like. And I actually don't get my eyebrows done anymore. I used to when I was a teenager, but not anymore. Because there's just no point. I just fill them in. And I'm done. So that's one. Just using the contour. I'm gonna brush this one out. See how retarded that is? That's life. This is the second one. Just gonna go up, up, up. The beautiful thing about the creams is that it kind of works as a setting gel all in one because it's cream, it's not powder. So whichever way you are brushing your brow, that's kind of how it's gonna stay. So that's pretty cool. Okay, brows are done. So at this point, I'm pretty much done. This is all I need for today. I could do some eyeshadows if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put my glasses on, and this is me. This is what I look like. And I hope that this tutorial really helped you guys. I hope that you're not afraid to use your colors, use your palette, blend it out. It's gonna be great. Don't worry. It's gonna look good no matter what you do, as long as you just blend it out really well. And look at that, guys. I'm done. And stay tuned for the next tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. And thank you guys so much for being here.